welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. In today's video, we are doing a tag, or at least I think it's a tag, from Jessica Braun's channel. I think she might have got it from someone else, so I'll link her video down below, but it's 10 skincare and beauty things that I just don't buy anymore. If you've seen any of my past videos, these things probably won't be a surprise to you because over the past couple years, I've really pared down my skincare routine, and the older you get, I feel like the more you start to realize the type of makeup looks that you like to wear, and you become more comfortable in your own skin. Not including the fact that trends come and go, and I have a pretty large makeup collection, so a lot of this has got to go. Some of the items on this list are because I just don't think they're good for my skin or for the look that I like to achieve anymore, and some of them are on the list because I have simply way too many. If you want more anti-haul style videos or videos on skincare, makeup, or how to deal with your skin type, especially if you're oily or acne prone, please subscribe to my channel. It would help me out a ton. Also, I could absolutely make a part 2 on this, just like Jessica did, of like lifestyle and food and just like random life things that I don't buy anymore. So if you're interested in that, please let me know down below. Otherwise, let's get into it. So the first product that we're going to cover is scented body creams, scented body butters, scented body oils, scented things. There was a time in my beauty life in which I thought that I needed to smell like a piece of food and that men would like me if I smelled like food or if I smelled like a sugary ass.
You know the scent. You know the scent.
My two favorite, and I still have them. Why? Because I don't like wasting things. I don't use them anymore. The pistachio oil, the body butter from Amazon, which I will link these down below because honestly, if you like to smell like pistachios and sugar, you might want this. It literally smells like a pistachio cookie or like pistachio ice cream. It's very, very strong. The ingredient list is quite long, and it does have a lot of natural and synthetic fragrance, which I just don't use on my skin anymore because I have eczema and I've had eczema my whole life. It's really bad on the back of my knees and it gets really bad in the winter, and I have found a routine that really helps me take care of it, and that does not include using a scented body butter. The other one being the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. Everybody knows it, everybody loves it, and I do love the scent, but I found a way to have the scent without having to use the lotion, and that is by getting their body splash. So I'll link that down below. I do have the body splash because I love the smell. It smells like summer, it smells like coconuts, it smells like a drink. But like I said, it's not been good for my skin, and so I ended up buying the spray instead of using the body butter. The only body butter or moisturizer that I use on my body is the CeraVe moisturizing cream. It is so good, and I have a whole routine that goes with my body care, especially if you have sensitive skin or eczema. I'm happy to make a video on that down the road, but I just don't buy scented body butters anymore. I think it's a little much for me. It's a little much. The next product that I do not buy anymore is liquid lipsticks. To be 1000% honest, I cannot believe that we were duped into using liquid lipsticks. If you like liquid lipsticks, I do not mean any offense to you. They are so drying and they make your lips look 1,000 years old. I've never looked good in a single liquid lipstick. In fact, I did a video with my sister that I can link up above where we switched our makeup bags, and she made me wear a liquid lipstick, and it wasn't bad. It was an M Cosmetics liquid lipstick, but I just felt so uncomfortable. You guys know. I can't believe there was a time in which that was like the only lip product that people were interested in, and I was buying into that. It shows you how easily people will fall into a trend, but I have not bought a liquid lipstick in years, and I don't have any left in my collection, which I consider to be a big win. Another skincare item that I don't really buy anymore is face oils or body oils or just oils in particular. I actually have 2 oils that I have used in the past few years that have helped me with a lot of things, or at least I thought they did, and that would be the organic jojoba oil, and I have some rosehip oil. These are both USDA certified organic products. I got them on Amazon, and when I was trying to figure out my acne and my eczema and my dermatitis and all of the skin issues that I've had in my life, I tried to cut everything out and go the natural route. And it worked for a while, but I think we can all agree that natural doesn't automatically mean that it's good for your skin. Luckily, jojoba oil and rosehip oil are generally good for your skin. There's not a lot of studies that have to do with either of them, but They helped with my hydration of skin while I was trying to get off of using the Clarisonic and some other like high chemical ingredient face washes. So I don't hate them, but I just don't use them anymore because my routine is already robust enough with moisturizers that I like that I don't feel like I need to use the face oils. Non-surprising, next item would be high coverage foundations. It seems like it wouldn't make sense because I do have acne and a lot of the videos on my channel are about having acne, but I have found over the years that wearing high coverage foundation actually makes me feel worse about the state of my skin. I feel like it makes it look a little bit more cakey, there's more layers showing, and it's almost like you're trying to cover up this thing that's obviously there, and sometimes I feel like it's more obvious when you're using a high coverage foundation. I've just become more comfortable with my acne and my scarring over the past few years, and it's drawn me to use more low coverage, like natural finish foundations and BB creams that can still show some of the scarring through my skin. I mean, you can still see that I have scars that show through. And you know what? I like it actually. It's a part of who I am, and everyone's skincare journey is different, but I just don't use high coverage anymore. Even on my wedding day, I wore the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I will put in a picture somewhere so you guys can see how it looked. It is a higher coverage foundation. I think most people would say it's medium, but to me, that was all that I really needed, and I realized that if you have heavy scarring or a lot of redness, a high coverage foundation makes perfect sense for you. But for me, a lot of my scarring is just leftover hyperpigmentation, so I prefer to just kind of let it shine through. I still use foundations. I'm not going like zero coverage, but I don't need the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and even if I did, like I was thinking about wearing that on my actual wedding day, the reason that my wedding photos are just me and Reed is because we got married during the pandemic, which is a whole other story time if you're interested. So we have to postpone our wedding into 2021. So when I do my makeup for my actual wedding reception, I may use a higher coverage foundation, but honestly, I was pretty happy with the look that I achieved earlier in May. Okay, next item. I don't buy them anymore because I can't find some that I really agree with or that agree with my skin, and that is face masks. Everybody loves face masks, and I have in my time too. There are a few that I've used that I really, really like. One that I do have, I just don't have it with me downstairs, the Cetaphil Purifying Clay Mask. I actually really do like that. It never really dries down, so it's never super drying on the skin. I also like to make my own mask with French green clay and aloe, but I find that most masks, especially sheet masks, are filled with fragrance, and honestly, the ingredients in a face mask are typically things that you would have in a moisturizer, a good moisturizer anyways. And so I feel like I don't need to spend the money on something that my skincare is already doing for me. I do have an evening skincare routine on my channel, which I can link above if you're interested. It does talk a little bit about my journey with the prescription strength Retin-A. If you have a face mask for people with oily or acne prone skin, honestly, leave it down below because I like to pamper myself and I would like to have a new one in my routine, but I just don't like the risk of dealing with a highly sensitizing fragrance or more of like a chemical peel type product because I'm already on a prescription strength acne medication. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I would love to try something new. Okay, number 6 on the list is large eyeshadow palettes. I still have one, and it's the Lorac Mega Pro 3. I actually just used this in a tutorial on fox eye makeup without liner. It's really stunning, which is why I kept it, but honestly, you can see I use like 3 shades of this, you know? I've just grown to really love single eyeshadows over the past, I would say, year, especially cream pot eyeshadows. I do have oily eyelids, so I find that when you find a good cream eyeshadow that doesn't crease and can stay all day, I would much rather use that and put it on quickly than go through like creating an entire look with this large eyeshadow palette where I have to like go through the colors, figure out what works. If I'm trying to just have fun, I may pull it out, but I'm not really drawn to having this many options anymore. I just want something quick and easy, but also beautiful. And I've also grown to liking a more bold lip, and so I like to off-put that with like a more muted eye look. Speaking of, I am wearing the e.l.f. Sheer Slick lipstick in the color Wild Peach. This was like $4. I got it at Target, and I love it, I love it. I also just feel like people aren't really making large eyeshadow palettes anymore. I think they're on the way out trend-wise. It feels like people are focusing on like the Charlotte Tilbury quads where there's just 4 colors where you have like a limited number of looks, but you can use all 4 colors every day. I'm more drawn towards that than like 36 color pan eyeshadow palettes. Number 7 on the list is something that I have talked about in my products to avoid while on tretinoin video, and that is physical scrubs or physical exfoliants. I had a really bad run-in with a Clarisonic for about a month, and I'm pretty sure it caused me about a fungal acne because there was bacteria in the brush head, and I was using a new face wash with it, which is just a bad combination. I'm not sure about silicone brushes. I know that Dr. Dre has mentioned that they might be good. I've never tried one before, so I'm sort of interested to try one. But I also wanted to mostly talk about like physical scrubs. So I used to be obsessed with the Lush coffee scrub because it smells so good, and honestly I might buy it just to use it on my body again. But I used to use that on my face. I can't believe I did that, and it's just ripping your skin apart. Same with like the Kylie Skin Walnut Scrub, like the Ive Scrub. All it does is create micro tears in your face, and it may be pulling off like a layer of dead skin, but it's also hurting your healthy skin. So instead of that, I really, really recommend using a chemical exfoliant. Chemical exfoliants range from like glycolic acid, lactic acid, to salicylic acid, which is my favorite for acne and oily prone skin, and it's the one that I use when I'm not using tretinoin. And my favorite is Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid. It is stunning. It clears your pores out, and it really cuts down on the oil if you do have oily skin. Physical scrubs, nope, we don't get along, honey. We never have, and we never will. Number 8 is glitter anything, okay? Glitter eyeshadows, glitter lips, glittery blushes, glittery highlighters. I have oily skin and I have huge pores, and it's like glitter just magnifies that to the nth degree. There was a month or two last year where I went on a crazy kick for glitter eyeshadows, or like super shimmery eyeshadows, and I'm gonna insert a swatch of like all of the glitter eyeshadows that I have bought recently because it's a little bit out of control. I just loved the look, and I thought it looked so pretty, and it does. I think like with the right lip and the right look, you can really pull off a glitter lid. But things like the Stila liquid shimmer eyeshadows, don't buy those anymore. I'm mostly buying ColourPop when it comes to their metallic shimmer eyeshadows. They are so beautiful, and they don't get all over your face. But on top of that, like the Jouer Skinny Dip lip topper, I had a sample of that, and I was like, I can't believe people like this. It's literally a bottle of glitter that you're putting on your lips, and it gets everywhere. Same with having like glitter in your blush or your highlighter. If you have literally perfect skin, not a wrinkle, not a crease, not a zit, you might be okay with like a glittery look, but
It doesn't work for me, honey.
I also think that the older I get, the more I lean towards wanting matte products because, I don't know, I think it makes me look more mature. Not that I'm trying to look mature, but I don't know, something about it just feels right at this moment in my life. Who knows what I'll do in like 2 months. I might be back on the glitter train. The next product is hard for me to say because I love it so much, and I have so many that they're starting to all blend together, and that is sheer lip colors and lip balms. I have an outstanding amount of sheer lipsticks, and I decided the other day to swatch them all together because I was like really interested in the new Fenty ones that are like sort of sheer and beautiful. So I was like, I'm just gonna swatch all of my sheer ones and see if they look similar to those swatches. Honey, I have every color you could ever want for a lip in a sheer color, and they all look the same. And yet I continue to purchase. And yet I continue to spend money on things when I have the exact dupe of it already. It's just, it doesn't make sense. So I'm telling you, products I'm not buying anymore. I'm telling myself this really, that I'm stopping buying sheer lipsticks and lip balms. And that includes like the GlossierBalm.com. I have 3 of them. I don't need 3 of them. I love them. I love them. Don't need 3 of them. I want to buy the new Fenty lipsticks. I really want to, but I'm not going to because I already have it. I'm sure I already have it. So sheer lipsticks, I love you, sweetie, but I gotta put you on pause until a revolutionary product comes out and I start buying you again. And the last product that I don't buy anymore, and that I don't see anybody really buying anymore, is contouring products. I think there was a time like 5 years ago where it was incredibly popular to contour your cheekbones and contour your jawline with like a very cool toned color. In fact, I was using a NYX eyeshadow to contour. I think it was in color taupe. Let me know if you remember those times and if you were also doing that. I can't believe that I was putting a gray. I much prefer nowadays a more bronzy look. I've mentioned in past videos, I like to bronze over my nose and my cheekbones. I think that it looks very model-esque, I guess, and especially in the summer, it looks like you've been kissed by the sun. I don't know, it makes you look a little bit younger as well. When you have a sharp contour, I think especially in daylight, you can tell that it's fake. And I've just grown away from wanting that type of look. I also think with contour products, it's typically like a very matte look. Like your base is very matte when you're using a contour product, especially if you're using a powder. Over the past year, I've gone to a more natural finish with my face products. And so the less I can use, the better, especially for my acne and oily prone skin. I find having thinner layers and less product is better over the long run. So I just don't have any desire to contour anymore. Let me know if you guys feel the same way. Are you still buying any of these products, or have you stopped also buying these? I'm really curious. I will link everything I'm wearing down below, and any of the products in this video, if you guys are interested, I'll link them down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys very soon.